But he was getting quite annoyed that I was pursuing this line of, I am Rowan Atkinson, and clearly he thought I was this total arse. Just as I happen to look a bit like Mr. Bean, goes around the country actually claiming to be Mr. Bean. What a twat.
Rowan Atkinson doesn't just act. He uses his elastic face to turn silent moments into pure, unhinged comedic gold.
So, for example, if you were presented with McLaren F1, think of another one. The imperiousness one gets from a Range Rover.
Ah, right, okay.
Nancy Boy Potter. Nibble. Orifice.
Imagine being Rowan Atkinson, the legendary original, only to have fans mockingly call you a cheap Mr. Bean knockoff.
Has anyone ever told you that you're the absolute spitting image of that Mr. Bean? And I said, well, actually, I am the actor who plays Mr. Bean. And he said, I bet you wish you were. But it was thought maybe that if I played the role, no one could possibly say, well, of course, that's really Rowan Atkinson. If someone else had played the role, then they would have said that. They would have said, you know who that is. But it was me anyway, so they thought, oh, well, it can't be. He can't be like that, really.
He's just pretending.
He's just pretending. I'm playing this horrible comedian. And clearly he thought I was this total arse. Just as I happen to look a bit like Mr. Bean, goes around the country actually claiming to be Mr. Bean. What a twat.
Most spies are smooth, but Rowan Atkinson turns espionage into a masterpiece of friendly fire and crotch-kicking chaos.
No ordinary biro. 2 clicks of a cap, and it will render any assailant immobile. Very dangerous in the wrong hands. Take over for a boff, would you, moment?
With age comes wisdom. And that basically means not necessarily confronting a problem, but just walking around it.
Yes.
Seems like the better option if you're a bit older. If you're 24, maybe you could confront it head on, but if you're 54, then maybe you should be a bit more circumspect.
The master criminal sees not a room, but a series of opportunities. Should I come in through the window? Possibly. Should I drop down from the ceiling? Perhaps.
Actually, sir.
If there's one thing I think we can be fairly confident about, that is that they didn't come up through the...
Got you, sir!
Only Rowan Atkinson can turn a chat with Elton John into a hilariously ruthless roast that ends with a literal... Rowan Atkinson approaches life's problems with a hilariously genius tactic. Avoid them entirely like a true mastermind.
What are your hobbies and likes and...
Yeah, I tend to keep myself to myself a lot. I'm not on social media in any shape or form. I prefer to keep all my activities of a personal level, personal and private, just because I find it much more relaxing. I find the whole concept of social media just not
keeping up with it,
sort of
right?
unrelaxing. It feels like an unrelaxing thing, so I don't do it.
Mr. Bean has almost 16 million fans on Facebook.
Right, that's good to know. I wasn't aware of that. And people often say, did you hear that joke that comedian said in that Netflix special? Did you think that was right or wrong? And all I say is, I wasn't there. I haven't heard the joke. I wasn't in the audience when the comedian said it.
You can't escape Rowan Atkinson. Even in the deepest parts of Africa, his legendary face still breaks the whole room.
Because actually, if I ever do, stop and dwell on how well known my face is in so many obscure corners of the world, that I think I would find it rather disturbing.
Are you made aware of it when you go abroad?
I'm being slightly disturbed about it, even talking about it.
Did you ever feel that you would be like this cool to so many generations? Like, you're huge.
I'm huge. No, not really. I suppose you don't.
Going into Africa, into some of the most deprived areas of Africa, and going to this, little African village where there's no water, no electricity, no services, and nothing, no food, in all likelihood, and just a few huts, and in the largest hut, the entire village was gathered, and there was a grainy, tiny black and white screen showing a Mr. Bean video.
Rowan Atkinson commits to pure awkwardness, turning a simple lunch into a hilarious masterclass of savage rejection.
What I learned is, in this movie, is that there can be sophisticated fighting styles, but nothing works quite as well as a good kick in the crotch.
Yes, there's a lot of kicks in the crotch. In fact, when I was watching the premiere in London last week, and I thought, oh my goodness me, we use that, the ball-kicking joke quite a lot. People say, oh it's so marvellous because he's a perfectionist, And I don't regard her perfectionism as a particularly admirable quality. I think it's more a disease than a quality, because it's very debilitating. It's very draining. I'm a great believer that artists should never apologize for their art. You put something out there, you paint a watercolor, you make a joke, you make a television show, whatever it is. If people are offended, that's their problem. It's not yours.
While others play it safe, Rowan Atkinson unleashes his inner speed demon, crushing racing records with a deadpan stare.
You did it. 1.
Good.
40.
Excellent.
2. 2.
Sort of blooper tapes together of things like the Blackadder. And they're always looking for the moment when I corpse or when I laugh or when I make a mistake, and there are none.
Rowan Atkinson's mind is pure chaos, rewriting medieval history just to dodge copyright in the most absurdly genius way.
And so I think some of the reason why we ended up, 500 years ago, was because we're thinking, well, surely if we set it in medieval times, no one's going to say it's a pale imitation of 40 Towns. At least that was the hope. I'm sure somebody still did say.
No, the Tom Cruise thing is fun, actually,
And what is very interesting is that all your lap times were incredibly consistent, as is the mark of a great racing driver.
Brave hype, but Rowan Atkinson dodges social media entirely, guarding his peace like a true comedic legend.
Just popped out for luncheon.
Me too. Nothing like a quick sandwich.
No, absolutely.